Speaking of the Washington Commanders, we were talking about Chase Young just a short time ago. Shaun O'Hara was our guy on the scene for their morning workout in Ashburn, Virginia. Carson Wentz taking over the reins there for Ron Rivera's team as they go through their paces there. And after the workout, the head coach swung by and went one-on-one with Shaun.
Shaun O'Hara here, joined by Commanders head coach Ron Rivera. Coach, it's great to see you as always. You look fantastic. How are you feeling?
Feeling good. Thank you for asking. You know, things have gone very well, and I'm still in recovery mode, but and only time can tell.
Training camp. I know they don't have the pads on yet, but what have you seen so far from your team, and what are you excited about?
Well, I'll tell you, I love the energy to begin with. I think a lot of things that we've done, obviously, is to get ourselves in this position. I like who we are. We've got some young guys that are really starting to step up. You're starting to see their development and growth from the last 2 seasons. So that's probably the biggest thing that I'm looking forward to, is just seeing how much more growth we can have.
When you look at this team, obviously, since you arrived here with the Commanders, you've had a lot of adversity at the quarterback position. Mm-hmm. What is trading for Carson Wentz, bringing him here, what has he done to your team, not just on the field, but in the locker room?
Well, what he's done is given us some stability. It's at that position, when you have a guy that, is coming into his prime, he's had some really good years. He's had some tough years, but he's had some really good ones that we're trying to work on. That's what we're trying to really kind of build on and get these guys to understand it. This is the kind of guy that can do some things that can help us win football games.
Coach, let's talk about the defense for a little bit. Obviously, last year, you guys seemed to struggle to get off the field on third down. What do you do in training camp to try to get better in that area?
Well, it is one of our points of emphasis in terms of what we're working on extra. You come into every training camp, you say, these are things that we've got to get better at based on what happened last year. Well, that's been a focus. It was focused through OTAs and minicamp, and it's a focus for us right now.
Obviously, health is a big factor in that. With Chase coming back from recovery, obviously Montez battled some injuries last year. What are you expecting from your defensive line this season?
Well, I think the biggest thing is consistency and health. I mean, we got to continue to develop the depth. That way, as we can rotate guys in, we can, we're not going to have a big fall off or anything like that. But we got to get guys healthy, get them back on the field. Obviously, with Chase going through what he has with the knee injury and the knee surgery, it's going to take a little bit of time for him to get back. But in the meantime, the guys that we have got to go out and perform.
Coach, it's always great to see you. Thanks for the time, and good luck this season.
Right on. Thanks, Shaun.
All right, live now with Shaun O'Hara. Shaun, let's go back to the quarterback situation. Carson Wentz, when he has flashed, he's been a star in the league. That was a brief period of time. The reality for him now is this is his third team in 3 seasons. What if anything, did you see today, and what, if anything, should Commanders fans feel excited about that they could improve on offense with Wentz at the helm in 2022?
Yeah, Scott, I had a chance to see Carson in practice. I thought he looked crisp. He looked accurate. I think talking to him after practice, too, he seems very comfortable in his environment, comfortable in this offense. And talking to him and talking to Coach Rivera, the one word that they keep bringing up is culture. And that's what Carson Wentz was brought here for, to help change the culture on and off the field. Ron Rivera certainly tried to change that. I think Carson really understands the leadership aspect that his job entails. And I talked to him about the little quarterback camp that he ran. He brought his receivers out to California. He's building that chemistry, building that trust, and building that love of your teammates. And I think Carson has appreciated that, and he's embracing that. I look for him to do some big things. But it's funny, as much as we're talking about Carson Wentz and the receivers, look, this offensive identity, Ron Rivera's teams have always been about pounding, right? Keep pounding, running the football. Look, nobody's talking about the run game. Antonio Gibson, it was the leading rusher last year in the NFC East. So make no mistake about it. Carson Wentz handed off to Jonathan Taylor last year, the NFL's leading rusher. He inherits Antonio Gibson, the NFC East leading rusher. I think that's going to be a big part of this offense and a big part of their identity as well.
Yeah, Gibson wants to demonstrate it over the course of a 17-game season for sure, but he is capable when he gets it motoring behind that offensive line. Our offensive lineman, Shaun O'Hara, on the scene with the Washington Commanders. Thank you, Shaun. Well, when we come back, we're going to check